Coventry is situated in the West Midlands, south east of Birmingham, and was targeted heavily. As for Dresden, it is in East Germany and was fiercely firebombed during the war. London, the capital of England, was similarly subject to Blitz attacks. The same scenes of destruction, the same spirit of determination. Thus we have a tale of three cities. To document this tale, three sources, one from each of the cities, will be examined. This will provide the opportunity to compare and contrast the experiences of each city and the peoples of each city. Firstly, a testimony from Joan Cecilia regarding the Coventry bombings, then an interview with Elizabeth Gloyn, a nurse working at the Miller General Hospital in Greenwich, and finally a photograph of Dresden's destruction taken by Richard Peterson. Through studying these sources, it will allow for the uncovering of the common themes that ran through each of the blitzes, while simultaneously highlighting the differences of one another's experience. For example, the reasons behind why each of the cities were bombed may or may not be similar. What will also be interesting to discover is the way in which the narrator of the source viewed the events. Elizabeth Gloyn was a nurse, whilst Joan Cecilia was merely a child when Coventry was bombed, so it is possible their ages affected how they felt during the Blitz, and so altered their memories. As for Richard Peterson's photo, the phrase "the camera never lies" may be used, but is this in fact true? This is not to claim that Peterson was an early user of Instagram or Photoshop or some other photo editing software, but rather that the motives behind the source should also be examined. It is important when examining the sources to understand why the sources have been presented as they are, as otherwise it is easily possible to misread or be misled by them. It is a particular pitfall in cases where the meta-narrative is so well known, such as in the Blitz, as it leads to sources being read into the big story, rather than being read for what they actually say. The Blitz was a time of great cooperation amongst Britons, and that despite slight disruptions from the bombings, the war spirit and people's lives continued with ease in order to send a message to Hitler's Germany that the British could not be broken. The Blitz, under the British war effort meta-narrative, was a uniquely British experience. The gathered sources, however, challenge this to some extent. Coventry was left in a state of disarray following a particularly heavy bombing raid, whilst the Miller General Hospital was hectic because of the air raids. To argue that the Blitz was British is simply untrue. The photographs of Dresden before and after shows it to be a shell of what it once was. Thus, this project shall seek to moderate the grand narrative, to show that the "keep calm and carry on" attitude did sometimes falter, and the Blitz, as major a part as it was in the home front of wartime Britain, was not exclusive to Britain.
We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark